Court documents are shedding light on a stabbing and standoff that dragged on for hours in Raleigh overnight.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG TikTok bottom of the video, and we're just gonna hop right into it. So today we will be doing another Raleigh story, North Carolina story, because actually one going on right now, the Mother's Day shoot. It's been a lot of that shit going on in Raleigh, honestly, too. So some of this shit, like you gonna click on not even thinking it's in Raleigh, but this shit's in Raleigh. But like I said, this is a North Carolina podcast. I'm from Raleigh myself, so I'm definitely interested in doing some more local stories and stuff. But honestly, there's been a lot of nut shit going on in Raleigh. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of stories to talk about. And today we will be talking about a nigga having a Sheetz standoff. Well, the standoff on Sheetz, but we gonna get into that details. So supposedly, reportedly, Jarvis Gray, it's not saying if the individuals got into a fight. It just happened a random occurrence, and they just had a war of words that got too far, or these people they knew each other, that they ran into each other, and it was just on site type thing. So it's not really, it doesn't really say that, but they are saying Jarvis Gray of Snipe Creek Road, it has stabbed an individual. They didn't name the individual, but the individual did end up surviving, so that's good. No casualties. At the Sheetz on Millbrook Green Drive. So then what he ended up doing after he stabs the victim, he runs to an apartment complex a little further down on Millbrook Road. He tries to hide behind the apartment complex. He has an hours long standoff with the RPD, Raleigh Police Department, and they end up calling SWAT in. They call SWAT in. SWAT then, obviously SWAT, they say let's cut the bullshit. We not finna have a standoff with y'all ass. And they threw a flashbang. After the flashbang, they moved in and they arrested Jarvis Gray.
You're not leaving. Come to the front door with your hands empty and on top of your head. Do it now.
Where he was first taken to the hospital, but now he is booked. Well, he's not booked at the moment because he got out of bond, but we'll get in that. But he went to jail. So, an isolating stabbing incident turning into a police standoff and SWAT getting involved is absolutely crazy. To start with, like, this nigga ain't even had no guns. It's not like he got in a shootout with the police. So you knew you was, first of all, you was on some nut shit. Two, why are you even having a standoff with the police? If you're not out there really like shit, if you're not out there really gonna shoot some shit ready to die about this shit, why are you even having to stand up police? You could have really saved a lot of people time, saved a lot of people shit, saved our motherfucking tax money, and just got arrested, especially when you got on a fucking bond that fast. All right, anyway, so what they end up charging him with is assault with intent to kill. So as we actually went over this in the Mother's Day shooting video, because he also got charged with the same thing. So in the state of North Carolina, the assault with intent to kill can range from a Class C felony to a Class E felony, just the case by case depending on the thing. So as a Class C, it is a 44 to 231 months thing. So 44 months gives you a little bit under 4 years. 231 months is literally like 9 months away from being 20 years. So 3.5 to 20 years is the range on that. Class C. Class C goes from 15 to 31 months, which is what? That's a year and 3 months to 2 months and 9. So basically almost 3 years, a year and a half to about 3 years if it's a Class C. Now, seeing that, yes, the victim did survive, but where he did it at, what he did afterwards, trying to evade the police, a standoff that they brought SWAT in, I cannot see them being nice enough to be like, yeah, let's get this nigga a Class E, because I feel like they like, nigga, we letting you off too easy. So I definitely believe with this whole event, especially where he's stabbing a nigga too, he definitely will get a Class C. Now, how long he will get, we don't know till he gets sentenced. So yeah, like I said, he was booked, but he did end up getting out on bond for $150,000 bond. So you got to pay what, like 10 to 15%, anywhere from 15,000 I'm not doing the math on all that, but probably 15 to 20,000, 25,000, somewhere in that range that he had to pay. having that money on hand, or you know, or somebody else having it, that is, you know, crazy, for especially for you stabbing a nigga. And if you see the picture, he just don't even look like he was like on some shit like that. Like, so I really want to know. I would love to, you know the backstory behind this. I also would love to see the body cam footage, at least some of it, for when they threw the like we do have a video of the flashbang. I'd probably put it in here, but I would love to see it from the police perspective and like what the conversations was about this nigga just stabbing a nigga and then having a hours long GTA fucking standoff with a flashbang included. Like, that's some nut ass shit. And then getting out right after that, I ain't gonna lie, that's hard. If he beat this case, like, he got a story to tell. He might have to write a book, my nigga. Like, yeah. So that's all I gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG TikTok on the video, and we out.